Hey guys, and welcome back to my FIFA 23 manager career mode. Let's not ignore the elephant in the room and address it straight away. That has been 81 days since I've released a video, but I'm finally in a place where I've got a setup where I can do this very easily, but now I do. So let's get straight back into it. So in the last episode, we finished basically and accomplished what we'd set out to do from the beginning of the manager career mode, and that was take Dinamo Zagreb to become the champions of Europe, and we did that. So now it's on to the next challenge, and that is retaining that, and also, as I've said throughout this series, increasing the difficulty because, yeah, it had been a while since I played FIFA. And I was just basically playing the game as the game kind of dictated, and we've been playing it on professional. So now we're going to go up to world class and see how I cope with that level of difficulty now that we've kind of won everything with this team, and see if they can do it again. So here we are, just recapping the final, Villarreal, who are in our group in this tournament. So we ended up meeting them again and we beat them 3-2 in extra time. Clean sheet leader for the Champions League was Calvo, 11 clean sheets. He was nowhere for a while there, I think. And here we are with the trophy, and just going through the end of tournament winners. Neymar got player of the tournament. And then now we basically have to go and do the new season. We did the treble. We got the league, the cup, and the Champions League. So complete dominance over Europe, and $20 million of prize money going into our coffers. Manalo gets transferred out, goes to Galatasaray for 1.5 million. And he's someone that we haven't been using at all, and it was a crappy deal, but I think there's something up with that little feature. Madibo, also someone that we've been trying to kind of utilize or sell, and he's out. And our confidence rating is now 88. We've ticked all the boxes. Within 2 seasons, increased the club worth by 30%. Did that. Quarterfinals in the Champions League and win the Superliga. Youth development, which is a critical priority. We've hit the short-term goals on that one. And we've also hit the goal, 7 clean sheets in home league matches, brand exposure. I don't know how it figures that out, but we've been ticking all the boxes. So continental success, which was part of the confidence rating, I think this one as well. Domestic success, we won the cup as well as winning the league. So I think we've ticked everything except for a couple of those long-term ones. And this long-term one is done, and the short-term one gained 10 million earnings from shirt sales. Oh, I think we've ticked that a while ago. And now it's the European Cup, the Euros. We don't have a team in that, but these are just the groups that are playing in there. We are yet to choose our international team that we're going to coach. We've had a few offers, but we haven't chosen anyone yet. So it just kind of waiting it out and trying to see who comes along. So I did say the next team that came along, I think in a previous video, I would choose. So we're just going to go with that. We picked up off free agency, just randomly saw him as I was going through that, Luka Modric. So 81 overall. He's 38, but I mean, there's no one in the team really as highly rated as him. So even at 38, I think he can do some damage, and I think that's something we can see him at the end of his career come back to Dinamo. So come back to Croatia and play, and that is an excellent deal. So got ourselves a bit of a superstar there. And yeah, he's the best person kind of in that position that we have on the roster. So he slots in there in the right attacking midfield. And we've got quite a solid squad looking at that right there now. From what it was a couple of years ago. One of our players has come back, Alexander Popovic. They've come back from loan. Another player, Robbie Burton, has come back from loan. And this is a guy that we just haven't been able to use either. Baturina comes back from Crystal Palace. So see if he's progressed any. And this is it. We have to end the season. So first in the Superliga, Cup winners and UEFA Champions League winners. And the board is delighted with our performance. So we don't need to worry about our position. I think we've done everything that a club would want from any manager in Europe as we watch Modric come in officially to the club. And I think we're going to need it because, yeah, this is the time where it gets harder. So we're going to go with the South America Continental Cup for the preseason. Some challenging teams in there. Juventus, Borussia Dortmund, I think was in there. So see where we're really at against some top clubs in Europe. We renegotiated Sanchez's contract. We need to start locking down some of these players and consolidate the squad a little bit because we do just have this plethora of players that we don't kind of utilize as we re-sign Antuna. This is a pretty obvious one. Yeah, the players that we don't utilize, and we need to start looking at who we're keeping and who we're getting rid of to consolidate and make the squad a little bit more compact. As we re-sign Rodriguez is another obvious re-signing. All these guys have just been top performers for the club, so just get our ducks in a row with some of the contracts there. Robbie Burton, someone that we're looking at getting rid of. Cardozo, also just another one of these players who's getting up. You know, he's only 27, but he's approaching 30, and he really isn't going to get game time that much because of just how he's rated. Moriba finally comes to the team after the request and then having to go through that whole process of waiting for him to come back from loan so I could actually make an offer on him, and now he's part of our squad. I paid a little bit too much for him, but anyway, he's here. We've had a transfer budget increase, 43.2 million euros. So we only had 20. Now it's up to 63 as we enter into this preseason competition. Just checking in on the Euros. Norway have topped their group in Group A. England go through. Netherlands are out. Belgium is going through. Portugal, Sweden, France out. Bottom of the group. Croatia going through. Ukraine going through. Czech Republic not going through. Northern Ireland not going through to the next round. And then Group D, we have Spain, Italy, Germany not going through. Romania not going through. That's a bit of a tough group. Bit of a group of death there. So, and then we had the quarterfinals. Norway have beaten Portugal. Italy beat Croatia. And there's a couple of games there that haven't been played yet. So as we go into the season, this is our starting lineup. It's looking pretty strong. Everyone, like maybe 3 are over 80 overall. And then I started making some of these other team sheets for other players to get a run so I could start rotating the squad, so I could start developing some of the younger players as well. So where maybe where the first team needs a rest, I can just rotate this team straight in without having to make a bunch of subs. And as promised, I'm upping the difficulty to world class from professional, which is what the game recommended at the beginning of this career mode. And now we're going harder because, well, we won the Champions League, which was when I said I would up the difficulty. So, and every time I do that, I'll up the difficulty again. So this is one of the pre-season matches against Juventus, and it is Juventus on the attack. Ravella with the ball in, and it's Batterina who partially clears, and ball comes down to Fagioli, who gets the goal for Juventus. And in the 22nd minute, it is Juventus 1, Dinamo Zagreb 0. Later in the half, now it is Juventus on the attack again, coming in from that wide position once more. And it is Carl Jorge who has some space in the box, and Calvo makes the save. Second half now, and it's Juventus on the attack again. And this is Gaia to Ravella. Zakaria finding a little bit of space, and it's into the side netting. And Juventus peppering the goals as a rare shot from Dinamo is straight into the defender, and it's St. Justin now to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez has a crack, and it is saved by the Juventus keeper. 88th minute now, and it is Ravella playing the ball to Carl Jorge, who gets it out to Lamar, and he is finding his way inside the box, and it's Ravella in space, and it is Ravella with the second goal for Juventus. And now it is 2-0, and it is the dagger that seals the win for Juventus. So that's where we are. Kind of new difficulty, noticeably a lot more pressure when you're on the ball, and I couldn't really get much going. And Juventus, yeah, any sort of gap that I left in the defense, they just punished you for it. We had to offer a swap deal for J-Trilla, and we are going to reject that because we're just not even interested in any offers for him at all. And the same goes for Calvo. He's 82 overall and he's 20 years old. It's remarkable. Yeah, not getting rid of him. He could be like 99 by the end of his, at the peak of his career, 98, 97. As we go into our next match, which is against Leipzig. So another big challenge, and it's Leipzig on the attack now, and it's Jimenez into Martial inside the box here. Sobosalai comes in, and Calvo from close range turns it aside, and then Leipzig have the corner. Lucio looks to be taken down there, and we haven't completely cleared here, and it's still Leipzig in attack, and they're kind of, the ball's just stumbling around. Eventually someone gets a shot off Martial, and it's just harmlessly over the bar. Two Leipzig players ran into each other, and we did nothing about it. And it's Martial on the ball again. McKennie to Sobosalai to Martial, and it is Calvo with another save. Once again under immense pressure with the new difficulty setting, and it's Jimenez and McKennie and Calvo back in action and turning it aside once more. And so it's another corner for Leipzig. Martial just keeping possession. Bartra Going back. It's Martial. It's Jimenez. It's Sobosalai. And Calvo makes another save as we go into the second half. And St. Justa turns that over. But it is turned over again. And we've given it up here. And it's Martial going into the box. He's going to go all on his own. And this time, they do get past Calvo. Top corner. Beautiful finish on the angle. And just bending it past Calvo. And there's only so much we can do as the pressure's been immense, and we haven't even had one opportunity yet, but we do have now, and it's Manning having a go. That one is saved as normality resumes, and Martial's shot is turned away by Calvo. And once again, we are just trying to defend every attack, but we can't. And Jimenez scores the second goal late in the game, and it's 2-0 Leipzig through a sea of players, but it was inevitable. The pressure's just been immense, and that's how it would finish. Yeah, just no time on the ball, so and you can't pull off these miraculous long passes that you used to be able to pull off on professional settings. So it's good. Makes it a lot harder. Makes you have to earn your wins, and I look forward to it. And it'll just make me better as a player. We had a transfer offer for Cardoso because we had put him on the transfer market. I don't know who it was that actually we agreed to, but we agreed to terms. The same with Burton. He's just kind of been like lingering around on the roster, and we haven't been able to get rid of him. But once again, we were unsuccessful. We had another team come, and why doesn't it tell you which team it is that you're talking to? But anyway, once again, unable to get rid of him. And then we had another offer, and I just accepted it without negotiating, and just said, like, just get him out of here, because we're just not using him, and it's just a waste. Like, might as well just get some money for him and move him on and let him play for someone else, so we can create that space for someone else to come in. Next game, and is the third game of this pre-season cup, and it's against Borussia Dortmund, and it is another big team where we need to really lift our game and get a bit more quicker with just moving with the extra sort of pressure that has come with upping the difficulty. And we had an opportunity there, but we were unable to capitalize. And then Borussia Dortmund are now going in, and it is the opening goal to Silas. And once again, we find ourselves behind to one of these kind of juggernaut teams of Europe. I'd say Borussia Dortmund are a big team. They're consistently up there from what I can remember. And they have the ball again, and going in on the attack, and there's a big hole in our defense, and he goes from range. Puts it over the bar. Elmas just thought he'd have a go. Could have easily gone one-on-one there and slotted that one away. as we go from the goal kick. It's St. Justa to Berg to Rodriguez to Modric, who finds Vega moving the ball a lot more quicker, and it's Pekovic now with an opening, but cannot beat the keeper. Going from the corner now, and it is Pekovic again with the header, and from almost point blank, great save from the keeper, reflex. So they maintain their lead. We move into the second half now, and it's a turnover in midfield. Vega on the ball, finds Emreli, and is it Emreli that's going to put it away? It is 1-1. And that man again, he's kind of like our super sub. When we need someone to bob up and get a goal, he always finds, generally, you know, kind of 8 to 9 times out of 10, he's your man. And he's done it again. And he's put it back all square. 65th minute now, and it is Baturina to Emreli to Benrahu. Nice little turn from Benrahu to Rodriguez, and it is saved by Kobo. And all right, seemingly getting a little bit more acclimatized. A lot more attacks in this game, and it's Vega again on the attack, turning inside. Lovely off the bar. Great little run, and then the shot. Bending, keeper was done. Just couldn't keep it under the crossbar. As Borussia Dortmund now, late in the game. Heartbreak at home for Dinamo. As that will be it. Right at the death. Finally broken through Borussia Dortmund. And that makes it a clean sweep of losses in this pre-season tournament. I think we scored 1 goal in 3 games. We looked a lot better in that one, but still unable to get the win. It's an interesting... We're in this phase of, like, we've won, we're up the difficulty, we've got all these new players, some other players starting to come through, but then we've just got this mess of, like, too many players. So we're just kind of trying to figure our squad out as well. But I think as far as the going for our league, we'll be fine. You know, easily the level that we need to be at. Cardoso was sold, and we were eliminated from the South American Cup. We finished bottom of the table, and I don't even know how that even works. Do you just have to finish on top, or is there a playoff afterwards? Guess we'll find out when we actually get to the end of one. Looking at the Euros now, and in the semis, it was Italy defeating Norway 1-0. Spain defeated England 3-1. And then in the final, it was Spain 1, Italy 0. So Spain, again, champions of Europe. And hopefully we can get ourselves into one of those tournaments soon. That would be a lot of fun. And another little interesting kind of side story to this career mode. You know, not just focusing on the club, but focusing on the national team as well. Cardoso, he ended up going to Rangers after all that. So, yeah, he just wasn't getting game time. He was kind of getting a little bit older. And it was just a good fit. Got some money for him. Whatever. Also, Burton, finally, Adana Demirspor. I think they've taken a few of our players over the last, I don't know how many seasons we've done so far, 3 seasons. So another one almost got what they think that we should get for them. And Petkovic, another offer. Shakhtar Donetsk, who already have bought one of our players previously, and I think have made numerous offers on our players before. We're going to reject that one. And he's getting up there. So 29. So, eventually, we have to find someone else. We're looking at Harry Suter, Australian. Defender, and we were able to get that done, and they weren't interested in having an extra player. They were just happy with the money. So we kept Kleinheisler, and we were able to come to terms, and we have a new defender in our team to just bolster up, kind of like bolstering up the bench as well, so that when one player goes off, we don't have this, big gap in quality coming off the bench. So that's kind of where we're at now, just being strong all over, even in our, what we've got coming in from our reserves, can easily do the job. So that's kind of where we're at. We're about to start the new season, and we're on this new difficulty, so I expect that we're not going to have this slaughtering of teams like we were starting to get towards the end of last season, especially in the league, where it was just we're just too good and our team was too strong. I had improved, so I was getting better at the game, and that was just kind of making it we didn't win the championship easily. We had to win those games. It could have gone either way in a lot of them, but we still got there. And I don't think we have a team that's... Maybe it's up there. I don't know. I can't see what the other teams look like. I'm not sure if this is the level of a top side, like the quality of players that we have in our squad. But anyway, we are playing HJK Helsinki in the first game of the season, and we're going to find out, because these guys are kind of a mid to lower team in this competition, and we're copping the boos here straight away, as it's Vega in the attack, and it's Ivanishev's breaking through, and it's business as usual for Ivanishev's early on in the game. And he's already got his name on the score sheet. So look how we're copping the boost still. And it's Ivanishev's through to Vega. And Vega, that must have just gone past the bar. That looked like it was going in. Bending back just past the bar. But then it's got to hit the bar before it's even going to go in the net. So probably a fair way off. As HJK Helsinki go forward now. And that was kind of really bad defending there. We just left players open, unmanned. And somehow we've turned that into an attack. But Helsinki got the ball back, but they're just giving it straight back to us here. And it's Vega on the attack, and unable to get anyone on the end of that little cross there. Going forward again, it's Perisic, finds Petkovic. Petkovic breaking through, off the bar. And Helsinki get away with one as they counter-attack. And they've got men free here, but we've sort of sorted out our defense a little bit here, but once again diving in and able to make the save there right at the end. of the half to prevent an equaliser as we go into the second half, and it is a turnover, and it's Abu Bakari who puts one over the bar. And later on in that half, it was Pekovic streaming past players, but his shot was turned away, and another attack from Helsinki is foiled and then not foiled, and it's like a double turnover, and all of a sudden there's all this space, and oh my god, what a goal. I did not see that coming. That was incredible how that all unfolded. They turned it over, we turned it over, and then there's just all this space, and he's just whacked it. Floater to the underside of the crossbar. They're the best ones. I didn't remember that goal. That was incredible. As we go late into this game, the equaliser, and this is from the kickoff now. We've still got the ball. Pekovic's going to step inside here, and it is saved. We get the ball back as Helsinki tried to clear, and it's Vega, and he's just going to blast one and just undid that amazing goal in a matter of minutes, and it is 2-1. Vega with the shot across the body, just too much power, just came at too much speed, and the keeper couldn't even get to it and react in time. And a last-ditch effort from Helsinki as they go forward, the cross in, the clearance with the bicycle kick, and it falls to Abu Bakari, and it falls to him again miraculously. He's going to have a shot, and Calvo makes the save. And for some reason, this is a corner and not the end of the game. There is 5 minutes, and it was only supposed to be 3 minutes of extra time. And we get the header ball out, but there is an opportunity, another clearance, and then we just welly it because it's already almost 8 minutes of stoppage time, and they really wanted Helsinki to get an equaliser, but we didn't let them get it. And first game of the season, it's an away win that we had to fight for against Helsinki, and but we got it. So we're up to the task. We rejected a transfer offer for Vega, and we find ourselves it's just the beginning of the season, so we're also a game behind. So if we win that one, we'll probably be up in the top 2. But that's just the state of affairs as far as the ladder goes at this point in the season, as we go in to our next match at home against FCSB. And can we get another win from the second game of the season as we go forward? And it is Pekovic, and a great save from the keeper. The reflexes there at very close range. Great ball in, great header, great save as we go to the corner, and the header across, and another reflex save from the goalkeeper as we continue to apply the pressure. Going on the attack again, it is Rodriguez through the middle to Pekovic, who plays it out wide to Perisic. And it's Perisic playing a deep ball in. It's Ivanovic, who just doesn't quite get his angles right with the header. We go into the 30th minute now. We're back on the attack, and it's Pekovic in the box. Little dink across. Player ducks down, falls to Vega, and it is the opening goal. 1-0 Dinamo Zagreb. Vega gets his second goal of the season, I believe. because I think he scored the winner in the last one. Just kind of cleared through that pack and fell to him. And he was just able to tap it home. As Popescu now for FCSB turns the ball over to Sanchez. Running through, and it's Pekovic in hordes of space. Winds one up and puts that one wide of the top left. Second half now, it's FCSB on the attack. And building up here nicely. Little bit of space. Went easily taken by Calvo. 80th minute now, and we are back on the attack once again. And it is Rodriguez with space running into the box. And it is saved up to the top left. FCSB with the corner here. And we are able to clear. And a brilliant long ball. And I've never seen this before, but the keeper doesn't make it back in time. At the end of the game, he went up for the corner. And for once, I was able to get the ball away and beat the keeper back to his goal and get the goal. And it was that man, Ivanišec, who got it. The long ball forward, just getting in front of everyone. And that opportunity comes up a decent amount of times. And that was one time that I was able to actually get the ball out and get it all the way down the field and beat the goalie back. But a lot of times it just gets defended. But we were able to get the win, 2-0 against FCSB. So 2 wins from 2 games. And that's the end of the video. So know it's been a while since my last one, but yeah, with only a few months left of this game before the next one comes out, I want to smash through and get what I've been doing out to you guys. But anyway, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.